I've been living in the Netherlands for the last 6 months, but how I ended up here? What's my story behind the immigration? Today I want to talk about this a little bit more, and I hope it maybe encourage or inspire some of you if you postpone to move to a different country or you just compare it to your own story. And I would be love to hear your stories if you are an expat or you immigrated in another country from your home one. If you watched my channel for a while, you probably know that I've been traveling for more than 4 years around the globe, but actually the idea behind it was totally different. Somewhere in 2017, 2018, I realized I wanna move to another country. I wanna try to find a job and move as a high-skilled immigrant. So I started researching how I can do this. What job should I get to easily to immigrate, or maybe some other skills. I was working as a kind of system administrator, server administrator, that kind of thing. There were not so many jobs, applications that were offering immigrations back then. So that's how I discovered programming, because it seemed back then for me that programmers were easily convertible in any country, and many companies offered an immigration package for software engineers. Of course, I had to pick country and the city. I wasn't traveled that much back then, but I really like Berlin, and also I know this is the IT capital of the Europe. It was quite an easy choice, and I picked Berlin. But then I started researching, and turns out the program that they're using to immigrate people from other countries is called Blaukarte. It requires university degree. I didn't have any university degree. I was a dropout from like second year or something. I decided I need to get a university degree. As you can see, I went through the kind of long way. I'm sure there was an easier way to immigrate to other countries, but I settled on Berlin, so I decided I need to get a university degree. I was researching different universities, but none of them are great for the Germany, because they have a database, and on this database they have a list of universities. You have to have a degree from one of these universities. But also I've been learning programming back then, so I needed to go and find a job back in Russia so I can have some experience, because of course inexperienced junior developers, nobody wanted to move to another country. I ended up finding the online university. It was actually a pretty established old university in Italy, but they offered an online degree, pretty good diploma, which wasn't say anywhere that you had an online program or something like this. The bachelor course was 3.5 years, which is a minimum for European credits to get. I think you have to get 180 credits or something like this, plus defense of the diploma. And so I combined the job and university at first, but then I realized that I can work from anywhere. Basically job that convertible to online working pretty easily. And at the same time I discovered this digital nomad movement, mostly from the Nomad List Slack channel and the website, and also a few blogs that people were talking about. And I realized that I really want to try this. Considering I have still 2.5 years of university, I can spend this time just traveling around the world, freelancing and enjoying myself. That's what I did. You can learn more about my digital nomad journey and how it's related to software engineering in my another video. I will put it in the link in the description. But let's get back to immigration. While we were traveling, our focuses and our priorities kind of changed. At the end of my university, I already realized I don't want to go to Germany. I either want to continue to travel, or I want to move to Canada. Why the moving was still on the table? Because immigration allowed us potentially to exchange our passport. Me and my wife really wanted to do this. We started researching the countries that can easily get you a passport. Not like passport for just the money, like a Caribbean countries, but a proper passport with all the great benefits of visa-free travel. We ended up researching Canada, which had quite an easily way of immigration. Not like easy, but it was quite straightforward. You have to get a certain amount of points. These points allocated to you based on your degree, based on your work experience, based on your English knowledge, etc. And we already switched to this plan. It was the time when I finally get my diploma. I was actually defending my diploma online sitting in Bali, because the COVID started. So to defend my diploma, I also could have done it via online rather than going to university as it was originally planned. Eventually, I've never seen my university in real life. I don't even know where it's located. Maybe next time in Rome I will check it out, but yeah, never seen it. Anyway, I get a diploma. We get both certain amount of points, me and my wife. We passed the IELTS exam, which is required for points as well. We were like right on the track to go into Canada. But the COVID changed our plans, because when COVID started, Canada completely shut down this program. Not a shutdown, but paused it. But the pause was really, really long. I think 1 year they were not issuing these invitations at all. And they promised every month that we are soon gonna continue the invitation. But I think it's only started like several months ago. So basically we waited for 1.5 years or something like this, but it haven't started. We were actually willing to wait while traveling, but then our plans again changed because the war in Ukraine started, and we decided we need to immigrate somewhere fastly because we were worried about the status of our documents, etc. And our company offered us to move to Netherlands. We were actually planned to move to Netherlands before COVID as well, but it was like briefly discussed, and then COVID started, and then yeah, all the immigration program were shut down. We get back to these thoughts about moving to Netherlands. We weren't sure because we've been in Netherlands only a couple of times. We weren't like in love in the country by these brief visits, and we also didn't know which city to pick. But anyway, the circumstances were quite pushing, so we decided to jump to this offer, and if we don't like the country, we just can move in 1 or 2 years when the situation with the documents were more reassuring. We did this, and actually it was one of the best decisions of our lives. At least so far we think this, because we're absolutely in love with the country. Right now I can't imagine going anywhere else. No Canada, no Germany, no. Netherlands is our home, and we really love it here. So that's the story. I'm really happy how the things turned out eventually, and I guess the main lesson here is if you really want to do something, you just have to try different options. You just have to hustle a little bit, try this, try that. If we're talking about immigration, you have to move somewhere, check it out. If you don't like it, maybe switch country, etc. Eventually you'll probably find something for yourself. I'm not saying that you have to move to Netherlands, because every country is suitable for one type of person. So some people don't like it here, some people really love it in the United States, for example. Every person is different, but you have to try. If you're not trying anything, you won't get anything, basically. That's my thought for you at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you want to continue watching my channel, I would recommend checking this video about my 3 years of expenses while traveling the world. I put a lot of calculations there and completely transparently share all my expenses, but also this video about best cities where to move as a software engineer. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.